Welcome, everyone. This is an obscure but fun feature of Google, and it's one of my favorites. You may remember that in last Friday's Tech Tips, I sent a form. It looks like this. You simply had to enter your name, and if you could go anywhere on spring break, where would that be? Of course, a lot of you responded, and I generated a spreadsheet, and here's the spreadsheet of where everyone wanted to go. And now let's take that and put those locations on the map. So I'm going to go into Google Drive. I'm going to select New, and from there, I'm going to select More, and then I'm going to select Google My Maps. Google My Maps right there, not Google Drawings, Google My Maps. And yes, I want to create that. The Google Maps interface will load. And once it does, I will have an untitled map. I can click right here and I'll just call this Tech Friday Share. And I can give it a description if I would like, and then I can click Save. And now I'm going to select Import right here under Untitled Layer. I can give this layer a name if I would like. I can select Import, and I am going to upload the spreadsheet that I just was working with. So I can go to Google Drive, and I should be able to go to recent and see the most recent spreadsheet that I've worked with. And there it is, spring break vacation. If for some reason it doesn't show up, you can always search right here. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to select. It's going to grab that document. And now I have to choose the columns to position my place marks. And that's, if you could go anywhere on spring break, where would it be? That's what it's going to map to. And I select continue. And now what do I want the name of my marker to be? And I want that to be the name of the teachers and the principals who responded to me. So I'm going to select name and I'm going to hit finish. And now notice it takes just a moment for Google to work its magic. And now the items are shown on the map, or the locations rather are shown on the map. So I can click and I can see, okay, Emily wanted to go to Hawaii, and I can see that Tess wanted to go to Grand Tetons, and I can click on all the various locations and see where individuals wanted to go, and I can explore that. So it's kind of fun. Now I could rename this layer. Notice by default it gives it the spring break vacation responses. If I want to rename that, I could select edit and I could select rename, and I could just call that spring break vacation, for example, to simplify it a little bit. And also notice that it does tell me right here 4 rows couldn't show up on the map. So if I click open the data table, it will show me the rows that could not be imported in the map. And that is because if you add extra information, it can't map that on Google Maps. So it has to be a location like a city or a town, or it has to be a place like the Sydney Opera House. You could even enter latitude and longitude, but if you put multiple locations or you put extra information, it cannot map that. So unfortunately, those locations could not be mapped. I could go back and talk to those people and have them submit again if I would like to. From here, I can now share the map. So if I click share, I can enable link sharing, and then I can copy this link and I can send it out to everyone. I could also put that in Canvas. I could share it through Google Drive. There's a number of options that I could use, but this is a very powerful tool. And while it's kind of fun to map out our locations where we would go on a dream spring break trip, it could also have a lot of uses in the classroom. Think of books in language class where you could map the locations, or you could have students map places where they didn't know, and you could show those on the map and zoom in and show them. Because when I zoom in, it's going to show those locations. So if I zoom in here to this location, it's going to show me Lake Tahoe. And from there, it's just like Google Maps, and I can look at that location if I would like to. So there's a lot that you can do with this particular feature, and it's kind of obscure, but it's kind of fun, and I hope that you can find a use for it. And more importantly, I hope that you have a great spring break.